that make him much later than he appears. Now, here in British Columbia, we do have a pretty large population of bald eagles. We have about a quarter of the world population. We have pretty ideal habitat for them. Lots of lakes and rivers and streams that have a lot of fish in them. As a result, they do very well here. But, oh, did you drop one on the floor there, bud? Or is he just being a weirdo? Oh yeah, he did drop one, he found it. He's got very good eyes, he can find all those little pieces that he drops. So like I was saying, bald eagles do very well in BC, but this wasn't always the case. There was a time when bald eagles, they were not doing very well anywhere, and that was because of a pesticide called DDT. Now DDT, it wouldn't kill a bald eagle outright, but it did cause a calcium deficiency. That meant when the eagle would lay their eggs, the egg shells would be so thin that when the parents, which are you getting tired, buddy? Don't worry, this is, we're getting close to the end of your part. Oh, heads up, Harper. Yeah, so when the parents would try and sit on those eggs with those weakened eggshells, they would actually be crushed under their weight. So there was a time when not a lot of bald eagle chicks successfully chasing their prey down until it becomes exhausted, and then a big female like Yuka can come in for the takedown. We're going to see if she wants to give us a bit of an example of her takedown skills. We're going to get her up to a bit of a higher, right out of the sky. Good job, Yuka. Yeah, she does have those long tail feathers that act as a bit of a rudder to steer herself. And you can see that she's pretty agile in the air, but she's also surprisingly agile on the ground too. We'll see if she wants to give us a bit of a demonstration of that. To chase jackrabbits right down into their dens. But when Yuka caught that piece out of the air, she used her feet, and that is because she is a raptor prey. The word raptor does come from the Latin word rapire, which means to seize or to take by force, which is in reference to. That is, she has an excellent sense of smell. Turkey vultures can smell a carcass from about 4 kilometers away, and that big nostril acts as a kind of scoop that collects air particles and helps her get a real good whiff. Now, vultures, they are kind of known as nature's cleanup crew. They take things that have died of anthrax or rabies, and it won't affect them at all. In fact, what comes out the other side is totally sterile. It's so sterile, they even use it to clean themselves. Now that may sound kind of weird, but it is true. Well, now that the fog is coming in, you may not be able to see, but if you look at Jury's legs, you may notice that they're covered with a bit of a chalky substance, and that is because she relieves herself down her own legs. And, yes, hello. Another unique thing about owls is actually their toes. So when you picture a typical stronger than Danny here, but really when you think about it, Danny is less than half the size of Triton. So when you take body size into account, that does make these great horned owls one of the strongest of all the raptors. And they use this strength to take down prey that is over twice their size. So they're known to hunt things like porcupines and raccoons, and they'll even hunt skunks. Now, a skunk may not sound like a very pleasant meal, but unlike the vulture who we just met, who had an excellent sense of smell, owls and most other birds in the box. She's trying to goad an extra treat out of me. She knows that she gets one when she comes to the glove as well. There you go. And
is it a male or a female?
She's female.
How do you tell?
With these birds, the only reliable way to tell is actually their weight. One's like a male, this one's like a female. I mean, there are some icky cases, but